We are right now driving from Flagstaff, Arizona to somewhere around Los Angeles. So bear with us as we drive. This person is telling me right now, it's okay. I'm gonna let you go. They're passing us. It's a very beautiful scenery around us. And we're out here today with Ruby Dicastro. Hi, Ruby.
Hey everybody.
Ruby is a Street 22 athlete. She flew from New Hampshire to be with us today.
Coast represent.
We're so happy to have you here. And Ruby right now is injured and she came after only 11 weeks out of ACL surgery. She is limping around Flagstaff, Arizona with us.
Yeah, still having a great time. I like to say that I'm healing, getting better every day. I was on crutches like probably 4 weeks ago in the brace. I still wear my brace when I'm walking on snow, but as soon as I could walk and drive, I was out of my house. I have such a hard time sitting still, so getting on a plane and going across the country is exactly what I needed.
And we're so happy you came through. That's a real skier out there. Just having the inspiration to come with us, take a flight, just to be part of Bozo Rail Jam, which is why we came to Flagstaff. It was a blast, and I think you found it worth it to come out here.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. It's just so awesome to be involved in the community, even if I'm not riding. Like, just being around the people who like the same things as I do is huge. Just like keeps me motivated for next season.
Season's gonna be your year. I'm excited to see it.
I cannot wait.
So today we want to talk about Bozo Rail Jam, which we just went to, and do a wrap up of the Street 22 Madness we did yesterday, March 30th. So we're going to start with the Bozo Rail Jam since we were just out there. We came out for the weekend with a lot of Salt Lake City homies, George, Milo, Fish, Forrest, and Roscoe, and Tatiana came through from California. The Bozo Rail Jam was kind of a 2015 inspired. So all the features were huge and kind of challenge rails. So you had a setup of 3 rails. One was a large elbow linking to a down rail. The second one was a doghouse to a donkey handrail. And the third one was a dance floor to a very high down rail.
Yeah, those rails were so tall. I didn't know. I was sitting on the side, leg up in the chair, catching some rays, and I never really took the time until last night to go up and see how big these rails actually were.
It was very challenging, and people threw down. You had Milo doing enormous disasters. We got everybody.
Insane.
Breathtaking. You had George, the world's most of them were unskirted. So he would go under elbow and then under the elbow, linking it to the down rail. Super impressive and creative. And the last feature was a large cactus set up on a volcano. We had one homie hit the feature and get stuck in the cactus.
Poor fish.
The fish was just like, yo, can somebody help me get down?
Someone get me down from here. Someone give me a hand.
You might have seen a similar cactus in a line traveling circus video that went down, I don't know how many years ago, but it's been a while. It's a different cactus. Now it's smaller because Andy Perry was going through the cactus, which is what Fish did. However, he got stuck. It was a blast. It was first place for men and women snowboarding and skiing. Best trick. And what I really appreciated is that we had skis and boards to give out, and it was given to honorable mention. So people who threw down and looked like they needed maybe a new setup.
People who are gonna use the setup themselves.
Exactly. Some of the riders, we linked it up with a sunset shoot organized by Snowball. So we had a jump at the end of the park, and then we got to ride for the sunset, get some nice videos and pictures. They will come out soon on the Snowball account and as a YouTube video probably also.
Yeah, that was so cool. Such a cool experience to be able to hang out at the park when the sun's going down. No one else is on the mountain. The chairs aren't spinning anymore, and it's just you and all your homies getting crazy clips with insane views. I really had no idea there were mountains like this in Arizona. Not a clue. And I think it was Humphreys Peak, which is the very top of Snowball, is 12,000 feet of elevation. Like, that's insane. I mean, I live on the East Coast and the mountains there are like 4,000 feet, so any mountain bigger than that's crazy. But in Arizona, that's nuts. Like, I just thought Arizona was desert and cacti.
Yeah, it really reminded me of Mount Hood as
Yeah.
you start at the bottom and you go down this snake run of trees for so long. And then you arrive at the top and it's a whole different sceneries of when you're at the bottom.
Yeah, you can just see for miles and miles. And we're still in Arizona right now, driving west, and there's some pretty big, rocky looking mountains in front of us.
It looks wonderful. I
It's
don't know if we're in
beautiful.
a canyon right now, but wow. Probably not. I don't know anything
I don't
about
know.
it. But it looks pretty
We're
good.
following the blue line.
Yeah, exactly. Just go to California. But yeah, we're doing it. Unfortunately, I couldn't participate because I broke myself up. If you can see my face, and even just talking hurts so much because all the inside of my gum, um, is there was so much snow in my mouth when I fell because I overshoot a spine jump face first, wrecked everything, and it took my lower lip, dragged it into the snow, and it's all ripped up inside. So it looks like I have no injury when you look at my lip, but Jesus Christ, I am hurting talking. But we are doing it. I put some numbing cream. So my mouth's a bit
Anything will help.
anything for real.
Sanitize the inside of your mouth, you know? Like,
Yeah, which is something that Flagstaff homie really helped me do this weekend with a lot of Cajun. They party hard in Flagstaff.
no, those kids are crazy, and it was so unexpected. Not that we were like, oh, we're gonna have a chill weekend. Like, we were definitely gonna, like, go, you know, play some pool at the local bar, hang out, have some drinks at the house. It was so much more than that, and I have no words for it. It was just crazy.
I have no words of how good the energy was. Like, you just stay up until 5 a.m. and you're like, oh shit,
Yeah,
it's 5 a.m.
let's play some foosball until the sun comes up.
Yeah. And the way Flagstaff is kind of very country. So you just like ride in the bed of the truck to go to the bar and then you go to the house party. And it's just, there's nothing like these countrysides of America.
It's so cool because New Hampshire's kind of the same way, like super like small town vibes, like ride in the bed of the truck, ride your four-wheeler to the store, you know. Everyone knows everyone.
Everybody was like, oh, the Salt Lake people are here. We're like,
Let's show them a good time. And they did. They did not fail.
what a wonderful weekend. Shout out to all the ladies we met over there too. They have a great community out there of women skiers.
They were awesome. It's so cool to see the park scene growing with females because it's such a male-dominated sport, but we're coming.
Oh
We're
yeah,
coming.
the
We're
next
coming strong.
generation. Shout out to Media, Three Dogs Apparel, who organized our rail jam. We have a hoodie coming out, a collaboration between Street 22 and Three Dogs. It's called 22 Street Dogs. They're gonna be on their website very soon. It's a burgundy hoodie with all of our dogs on it. So there's 22 dogs, and there's one very special dog who just passed away. His name is Bozo. It's Forest Dog, and this is why the rail jam was called Bozo. His dog passed away just a couple of weeks before the rail jam, and Forest is and was very devastated. So it's in his honor, and it was very heartwarming for him to see all of his friends honoring the life of Bozo. So the weekend when Street 22 Madness, the winners were announced. So that is exciting.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about that.
Yes, Street 22 Madness went on for 2 weeks. It was head to head. It included snowboarders, skiers, and snow skater. It was invite only, just because you had to submit a video of 45 seconds to a minute on release clips only. So we had to make sure people would show up because it is a kind of a big commitment. It's a long time, 45 seconds to a minute of unreleased stuff. So we invited a lot of people, but in the end, it was. Oh, there's a police here. Can you podcast and drive?
I hope so. But yeah, all right, we're cruising. Keep following that blue line.
I have no idea what speed I'm going because we're in kilometers on my dashboard and I can't see the approximate mile, but I'm gonna slow down a little. We never know.
We're in no rush to get to Santa Barbara.
Exactly. It came down to 8 people in each category, being women and men's. And people did very good on those videos, including like backcountry clips, street clips, resort. It was sick to
There was
see.
a little bit of everything. It was really cool to see like the variety, and I personally really like the ski snowboard head to head, and the fact that snow skating was like also in that is just so awesome. Like really getting like other, I guess it's also the same like community, but not as many people do it. So like getting them involved in a competition like that is something special.
I love when we put all the sports together, and that's why we're organizing it that way, because most of your friends are doing different sports altogether.
Yeah.
So,
And you're still friends with them. Like we all want the same thing. We're all doing the same thing, having fun in the same place.
I grew up watching so much snowboarding, and I get most of my inspiration as a skier from snowboarding. So I just feel like putting it all together, you're able to judge the style, you're able to judge the rider and their variety of tricks, and I think it's just such a blast to do it this way. And having the snow skater in there, Jordan Karash,
Yeah.
it's just so sick. I love snow skating. He's one of the best worldwide, and oh my god, he just went on Slush magazine for one of his tricks recently, like this morning, and it's every time it's breathtaking.
It's mind blowing. I just learned how to skateboard like this past summer, right before I tore my ACL, and I was probably doing it for like a month. Yeah, that is not easy. And I can't imagine like snow skating. I've tried snowboarding once; it didn't go too well. But snow skating just is like a whole another level of athleticism that I think not everyone can do. It's like something really special.
That's so special. It's so hard. Yeah, he's doing awesome. We mentioned it on the last podcast, but he's now a STR22 athlete for snow skating and skateboarding, and we're very, very, very happy to have him on the team, as he's one of the most welcoming people in the community. So definitely check him out. He does some vlog also on YouTube, so he shows up what's the behind the scene of every single mountain he goes to, and that's precious. So to talk about a little of the format, because we did get some different opinion on it. So the format was on Instagram, and you would do votes on there. All the votes were anonymous. However, you could see what was the percentage as soon as you vote. We had some people mentioning popularity contest, which
At the end of the day, it's anonymous, and the people who won aren't the people with the most followers. But I do see how people can take it as that. Like people with more followers will have like their friends like voting for them, and they'll post it on their stories, and those people will vote for them. But they're throwing down. Like they're very deserving of their votes.
totally. And the way I see it is that there's so many layers to saying popularity contests. Because as Ruby mentioned, we do agree that if you have a lot of followers, it might be easier to get those votes. However, as we have seen in this contest, the first place winner for women, her name is Mackenzie Tarp. Congratulations, Mackenzie. She has less than 2,000 followers, and her competitors has over 6,000. And Mackenzie held it down the fort and won the contest. So this case proves that people do be voting for their favorite videos.
Yeah, and let's talk about the hood contest, the STR22 hood contest that you ran last spring, 2024. The person who won, he had no Instagram. He had nothing, no followers at all. He was an insane skier. Like he deserved it, and he didn't win by popularity.
Oh, he won by tricks and style. So it was the same format, head-to-head snowboarders against skiers, and his name is Fail in Cold Water. Only has a flip phone, and he won against one of the other. He was against Tom Galarno. Tom has a big following, and Phelan took the win. So we have example like this that is like kind of proves it the other way around too. So a little bit of everything. And in the end, it's not that deep, and we had just a blast. And in the end, you win $500 USD and a trophy.
Yeah, tell us about the trophy, because that thing is crazy looking.
It's so insane, yeah. So this trophy is done by OFS. And if you haven't seen it, there's pictures of it on Instagram, STR22. But it is a concrete bag. What is a concrete bag? Well, it's exactly how you
What
hear
it sounds like. That is what it is. It is made out of real concrete.
Yeah, You would think that it's easy to do a concrete bag, but no, we had architects do it because this is hard. And then we had to do drop test because concrete, if you drop it, it's just gonna break to pieces. So we had to really, yeah.
So how many did you make? Like first tee, it like didn't break, or like
Those. So there's 3 people behind OFS. There's Amaya, Kenji, and Hayden, and they're so good. They're all graduated from architecture school, so they did the drop test on the first prototype they did, and it was perfect.
wow.
So yeah, the prototype ended up being the official trophy.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
When I was in second grade, I wanted to be an architect, and then I remembered you needed to like know how to do math, and I'm not very good at math.
You good about concrete?
Uh, Debatable.
But yeah, they did wonderful. It took them 60 hours to build that bag.
What?
Yeah, 60 hours. Because it seems so simple, but it's so hard. You have to plan everything. You have to 3D print the mold.
Okay.
And then you have to. That's
This
a lot
is a custom 1 of 1 concrete bag trophy.
Yes, 1 of 2.
1 of 2. Yes, yes.
And yeah, they had to 3D print the, how would you call it, the stems to put Street 22 Madness also, and then drill hole into the concrete to put a chain, and then the chain is removable, so they had to put plastic in the hole to make it that you could easily remove everything, and then you have enough space to put your phone, your whatever you needed to go somewhere.
You need.
Yeah, maybe gums. Anyway, doesn't matter. You put whatever you want in there. Oh,
$500.
Yeah, put your $500. And we're very happy that they did that for us, because they made like a couple of these bags, but they haven't promoted them yet. So this was the first time that they created like an Instagram page for their business and everything.
Oh my gosh, everyone wins.
Yeah, it's so sick. And we were laughing about, because in the final, Caleb was against Pedro. Caleb is from Michigan and Pedro's from Chile. And it went down to being 52-48%. Then me and OFS were like, bro, if we have to ship a concrete block to Chile, we're kind of screwed. That shit will be so expensive.
It's gonna be more than it was to make it.
Oh, 100%. So Kella took the win, so the concrete block will go to.
It's in Michigan.
It's in Michigan. And for the women, the last one was Finley Goods against Mackenzie Tarp. It went down to 49% and 51%. So close. And Mackenzie took the win. And Mackenzie is one of the skiers that you haven't seen enough of her skiing yet, because for some reason she's an underdog still.
She is. I was telling Annabelle earlier, I saw her Instagram 3 years ago, and the amount that she's improved in the past 3 years is mind-blowing. Like, totally took off. And she's just going up from here.
She is going so fast on the rails. She disasters everything. She has the best style. She goes huge. It's so hard to describe what she does because it's so her coded, which is the beauty of it. She decides what she's gonna do and she does it in her way. We need her to have the visibility she deserves, because wow, she is.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's so unique and she's so herself, and that's what's so cool. Like, just having fun and being you and embracing it through your skiing.
So nice to watch. Unfortunately, while Street 22 contest was happening, literally the day before finals, she did Red Bull Cascade, which was one of her first big invites, and she overshot one of the biggers, which led to her breaking her heel. She has surgery already.
Did a couple screws in her heel. Not sure what the recovery time is, but we're sending her good healing vibes.
She's a Street 22 athlete as of a couple of months ago, and we're so grateful to have her on.
I'm so grateful. That's it. I'm just so grateful for for everything right now. Just being able to be here with everyone and be involved and get so much love from everyone is so awesome. And yeah, and you. I love you. And I love skiing. And it's just so great. And before I like really got into park, I never had a group of people or like-minded people who like wanted the same things and felt the same things as me. And now that I have that, I just never want to lose that.
The ski community is such a great place to be.
It is.
Ski and snowboard. Something I could add to the Street 22 contest is we definitely want to run it back. So something we were brainstorming about is getting maybe 3 judges, one from the competition world, one that is just a style local legend, and maybe a third one that is a brand rep or a brand owner. So let us know if that's something that would be interesting to you. Because I think that this way, Jesus Christ, people on the road. Yeah, go in the lane.
Yeah, come on, buddy.
Okay, well, sorry about that. There's just a lot going on. We just arrived to a small town that looks kind of lit. Whoa. Oh, it's a pleasure, as always, to hang out and talk with you, Ruby.
I love talking to you.
I think we should do a Ruby interview, just get to know you more.
That would definitely be so fun.
Yeah, let's run that soon.
Yeah, we got time.
We got so much time. We just keep driving to places, and it's always 9 hours.
Yeah, what even happened? We were just in Arizona, and Siska calls, and you're like, let's go to Cali. And I'm like, okay, sure,
Let's do it.
my flight's not until Friday at 6 p.m., so wherever the road takes me is where I'm going.
Perfect. Well, I'll be driving. Awesome. Well, we'll see you guys in the next episode. And check out street22.com